Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Jordan from the Sapulpa Chamber.
Welcome back.
Thanks. It's been a while. Now you're in this new fancy.
I
I feel
love it.
schmancy.
So I just saw you for the first time how many minutes ago? Like 10 or less, right? Five even. And she just like comes in, ready to work, fixing her hair. She's like ready to go on camera.
Because you text me and
Yeah.
asked me, and I
Yes.
was in the shower.
I am, oh yeah.
That's why my
Okay.
hair's wet.
Sorry about that.
I was leaning into the car thing on the way here, like, dry. But it's fine. I'm here.
Well, I do apologize about that. I meant to ask you guys earlier this week. I think I even maybe mentioned it in passing to Janet. It was like, I really need to have you guys on the show since Lucy's going to be out. And specifically, I wanted to talk about the construction call, which is coming up. But then I was even more excited when I saw all the stuff that you guys had done yesterday, because I really like that you're like really making it a point to stay involved and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of
that's going to be
lovely and expensive
It
and tiring. Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, somebody does. Okay, so before we get to that, let me open things up the right way. It is Free Coffee Friday, and
Cheers.
with Mountain Dew.
It's free still.
And you got that at CTX
I
with
sure
your $3 discount, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was only like $2.84, so they could pocket
Nailed
the
it.
14 cents.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, somebody's paying for that, and in this case, it is Creek County Law is the sponsor for today's Free Coffee Friday, and so it's 9:14. You got about 15 minutes if you want to go down there and get one. You still can. Just head down to CTS Coffee at 114 East Dewey. Get yourself a free drip coffee, discounted specialty coffee, or
Soda.
a soda,
Or Italian cream soda. I'm really pumped about that.
Have they started that?
I mean, they've started it for me, so.
Well, you are special, Jordan. Well, she's doing like those specialty drinks for St. Patrick's Day and
Those
stuff.
are so cute.
Did you have one?
No.
Neither did I.
I don't do like coffee I've never tried matcha, but it's green, so that's a no for me.
You don't like green things?
I'm a beige girl. I like my stuff beige or fried.
Okay.
I'm in that white realm of food. But it was so cute with the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
They had crushed on top, and it was like a green drink. I don't know what matcha is, but it looks healthy. So
It is. There was a time I knew. I don't know what it is anymore.
Google it.
So, yeah. Or just go down to CTX and say you want one.
Yeah.
And you'll get it. I've heard it's really good. And
She's doing lots of cool stuff.
yes, it's great that all the new stuff she's bringing in there. Like Valentine's Day, they had like a drink special with flowers and stuff.
I did
going
do
on.
that.
Did you?
Mhm.
That was cool. I should have done that.
It was like a strawberry tea.
Yes,
I can
she's
do a
starting
tea
to-
every
She's
now and
actually starting to expand their tea line too. If you haven't seen that.
I mean, I'm not a super tea girl either, but I can do the
Okay.
strawberry, whatever she made me. I feel like everybody kind of knows my taste at each place, and they're like, oh, this is for Jordan.
The most bland thing.
It's
ever.
real
Like,
nice.
Give Jordan a mayonnaise sandwich, please.
Oh, no mayonnaise.
No,
No, just ham and cheese.
with nothing on it, not mustard or anything like that. Okay, this is. I'm learning about Jordan right now. I
My
did not know this stuff.
attitude in my life is just so spicy and saucy, I don't need extra. So I like my food plain.
Okay, so basically, what I'm hearing her say is that she exudes the spicy life, but doesn't actually live it.
Exactly.
It's all a facade.
It's a facade.
Okay, so let's cut into what happened yesterday. So we had talked about the movie on the square, and I was gonna go to that if I could make it. I could not make it. I had a board meeting, and we had baseball practice yesterday, so that canceled my evening plans real quick. But you were there, right? And so
I mean, in spirit,
Oh, I
Janet
thought-
went.
Oh, okay, Janet.
Yes.
Went. Okay, I thought you were there. Okay, so
I
did
was
Janet
there.
say anything about the crowd or how
It was
good
it was a good crowd. She
Okay.
she's getting really good at taking pictures. At first she
Well,
was
that's why I
like,
thought it was you.
I know.
Because there were pictures there.
she was like, at first, whenever I don't go to something, like I feel like I've gone to almost all the parks events this year, and so I've kind of hammered it. I'm like, pictures. We always need pictures.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to tell all of the organizations, I'm like, you need pictures, because when you just post a graphic, people are like, meh. But if you post a picture of 100 people having fun, that next time they're gonna be like, oh man, I missed out.
That's true, yeah.
So
that's a
they
good
want to
point.
see they're there, and they want to see other kids playing. And we had little Miss Sapulpa there, which is kind of
Which
a
is
new
awesome.
thing for us. And I just kind of learned about her last week, so it was nice to get her picture. And she has to do community service, so she's trying to come to all these events. We're trying to come to all these events. all the employees around town need to come to all these events, and it's a good way to get your kids outside.
It is, yeah.
So
Now that the weather is finally warming
yeah,
up.
and
What
it's
about the
been
wind?
like
Was that an issue and stuff last night?
no, I don't think so. I think that Herald Square you would think it would tunnel like Dewey Street does, but it doesn't. It kind of is like a little blocker.
Okay.
So you're kind of
That's
in like a
helpful.
literal square. So everything was just fine.
Okay.
But everybody brought their lawn chairs. I saw pictures of wagons, kids loaded up in them. A lot of people went to the brewery. I did stop by the brewery.
Okay.
And it was standing room only.
Well, they had that concert there last night, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And it
Standing room
was-
only. That's awesome.
I mean, people were bringing in their chairs, like little folding chairs, not like full on lawn chairs, but like, the little folding ones. And
Really?
they were sitting all the way around the room. Like, it was crazy.
Oh man.
And the
Nice
top area was full too.
Now,
Like,
did
you
they
had
have the
your
garage
stairs.
door open, or was that still closed?
I
at
think
the
it was still
brewery?
closed
Okay.
because the wind. But
Yeah.
I don't. Whenever I went by. But Janet and her crew went before I went by, and it was her pictures show that it's packed too.
Awesome. What else was going on yesterday? Because you guys did like stuff all day long. It looked like.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of meetings. We made park videos where people could park down on Dewey.
Uh-huh.
We kind of made a video to show you how to get to Herald Square for that movie.
Yeah.
So we went over to Lee Street and kind of counted parking spaces and made sure there was enough. And then we went to that new public parking lot that is behind Studio One. That is a public parking lot, and a lot of people don't know that, but you can park over there. And we counted like 15 spots open, and then we just made videos of the spots and how to get there walking.
Okay.
And from each way, it's only like half a block.
Right. I mean, the idea that you're gonna have to walk a mile to get anywhere is kind of ridiculous. I mean, during Christmas shoot season, maybe, not on a Thursday night.
No,
Necessarily.
there was plenty of parking. I thought it was great. Now, if everybody would have fully attended and we would have had that park packed out,
Maybe.
like I would love to see. Maybe
Yeah.
you might have to walk a block, but you could always park at that church.
Mm-hmm.
They've been really great about saying, hey, if you need the church parking lot or if you need this parking lot, all the businesses in town have been very friendly saying, if you need our parking lot, we're obviously not here every
Yeah, it's
single
after
night.
hours anyway.
So go ahead and use that. And it really is only a block at that point. So, and that comic book store, everybody forgets about that comic book store, but it's really cool.
Have you seen they've been renovating in there actually. Have you seen that
Yeah.
they've added some stuff?
Yeah, I have subscriptions there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What do you subscribe to?
So my kids, I mean,
Okay.
I pay for it, so it's technically
Alright,
mine.
well,
But my
that's
kids,
good enough, I suppose. What do I subscribe to?
Bentley subscribes to all 3 Godzilla comics.
Okay.
And then if the guys down there see anything Godzilla, they save it for my son. I think they just bill me at this point. Like at Christmas, I went down there and I was like, "Oh, Godzilla cookbook," and he's like, "Oh, that's yours." And you just and I was like,
Godzilla
"Oh, cool, a cookbook."
cookbook.
Yeah.
Like we're cooking Godzilla
Yeah.
now, or it's
No,
cooking
it's
with
like
Godzilla?
it's like Godzilla themed foods.
Okay.
So it's like a Zilla cake, and it's like an icing, and I don't know. It tells you exactly how to do it. So
That's
it's not
what I
just
saw, though.
comic books. It's,
Well, I knew that. Yeah, I know
it's a
they've
lot.
got some really cool toys and stuff in there
Yeah.
too, the collectibles. Now, I mean, some of those are for hardcore collectors. I mean, you got to
yeah.
be willing to drop some bank
Yeah.
on some of this stuff. And I was really kind of mulling over whether or not I wanted that $300 Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness bust that they have in there.
If you make payments, then maybe
Well,
it feels like you're not spending that much.
I'm more worried about the strife that would bring into my home between my wife and I, because there's no place for it. I don't know, maybe something to decorate the office, but
Your little
maybe
man
something.
cave
And
over
I'm
here.
not that huge of a Doctor Strange fan. It was just a cool looking,
Oh.
looking figure. So I don't know. I'm more of a Spidey guy. What about your other kids? Do they subscribe to stuff?
Josiah, I can't remember what his is, but he likes something, and it's
Okay.
like an anime or something. I
okay.
don't know, but he has that, and I don't know. But then there was like all these Godzilla crossovers.
Yes. Which
So-
royally ticked me off, by the way.
Did it?
Yes.
I think my son likes it. I don't know. We
Well,
subscribed to him.
No, the reason why, and I had to talk with the owner of the store. What's his name? Austin?
I thought it was
I can't remember
Curtis.
He's
That's
going to
why
be
I
so
said
mad. I
boys.
interviewed him for the story that I did when the store opened, and now I can't remember it. But because somebody told me about this really great shot of like Batman versus Godzilla or Superman versus Godzilla, and I was like, I am getting that book. That sounds awesome. And then I went in there and said, Hey, do you have this story where like Batman fights Godzilla? And he goes, Oh, that's not really. That's got nothing to do with the actual story in the comic. It was just the cover art because the Godzilla movie was
Yeah.
coming out. And which, if you're a super Godzilla fan like
Yeah, we got
Bentley
it.
is, then yeah, then I get it. But I want to see Batman fight Godzilla.
I don't never opened the comics, but I know he's got some really cool graphics on those fronts of those covers.
Oh yeah,
So we probably have a couple hundred at this point, and I'm just like,
just from this one store.
yeah.
Oh great.
It's
Well,
like
thanks for
3 a
keeping them in
month.
business, Jordan. We
It's
appreciate
like 3
it.
months. I'm really trying to get him to do like a May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
But that's also when we're doing Cinco de Mayo. So I'm like, we could do like a side street hustle. You know,
Yeah.
like.
I mean, they did that last year, didn't they? Do the Star Wars Day thing.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I know that.
I wasn't as involved last year with him.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's a big. The dude that runs it, he's a big Star Wars fan, or specifically
Yes.
Doctor
And my son's
or whatever.
in, Josiah's into Star Wars too.
Okay.
But I don't know if we do Star Wars comics.
Okay, so I apologize for completely geeking out over this. I just didn't know that Jordan would like basically keeping this place in business, which is awesome.
Not it's like $4 for the subscription.
Yeah.
And I have 3, so it's $12. So it seems
Month
like a
in, a
lot.
month out. I mean, that's more than a Netflix.
It is.
Maybe. But
The cookbooks and stuff.
so if you're wondering
cool.
what we're talking about here, this is Route 66 Comics and Collectibles. They're located over on South Park Street. What's the actual address? Is it like 17 South Park or something?
I got the Google.
And yeah, so this is one of those stores. Guys, when I was a kid, I so badly wished that Sapulpa had a comic store.
Oh, I'm so glad. We used to drive to the Jinx toy mall because my sons, they actually sell their toys and action figures and trade them in for new ones and Funko
Okay.
Pops. And now these guys do it. And I'm like, woo, I don't have to drive to Jinx or Broken Arrow.
And we have somewhere
So
local.
don't let them leave. I get so upset whenever we have to leave after I've been loving something and then
Oh, well,
no one else
they
supports
leave.
them and they leave. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, great, now we all have to drive again.
That's exactly it, guys. Listen, keep our childhood
17
dreams
South
alive.
Park. Good
17?
job. Yep.
All right. So keep our childhood dreams alive. Keep them in business. Be sure to shop
Yeah.
Route 66 Comics and Collectibles. They are open, I believe it's Wednesday through Sunday, which is fantastic that they're open on a Sunday. And also, these guys are super knowledgeable about comics. And we're not talking like, this isn't like your comic book rack that's at the warehouse market or whatever. Okay, this is
A full
yes, and I mean they're talking
wall
like
to wall.
they had the Holy Grail Stan Lee signed Spider-Man Amazing Fantasy number 16, which was like the first issue of Spider-Man, like near mint condition. I mean that thing's worth thousands or tens of thousands of dollars.
Is
was
it?
awesome. Yeah, and they've got just shelves full of that kind of stuff. So if you're a hardcore collector, be sure to go check them out.
Yeah.
And even if you're a casual collector and you're just wanting to kind of get into it because of all the stuff that's coming out on Marvel and Disney Plus.
And they're great for gifts too, like all the little other trinkets. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this because my kids have been buying them packs at a time.
Okay.
But they have the Pokemon Japanese cards.
They've got the special vending machine for those
Yes. And so while Target and Walmart and everybody are sold out, I don't know if you've seen like the Sam's Club videos of
I
people
haven't.
fighting over these Pokemon cards. It's a big thing again. We've just been walking into the comic book store and buying a pack, like no big deal. So if you're on the hunt for those,
now. Why not?
buy them all.
Maybe they're selling them by the pack. I know that they've got that vending machine where you can buy them 50 cents one at a time.
Oh, I
and the
didn't
cool
know
thing
that
is they opened them and they took them out of the pack and stuck them right in that machine. So they didn't remove any of the rare cards or anything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So you spend 50 cents and you might get a card that's worth like hundreds of dollars.
I'll tell my kids they're actually down here right now.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they're at
There
Studio
you
One
go.
getting a perm. So shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's going to end up on YouTube, guys. Okay, so let's see. What else did you guys do yesterday? You went to the comic book store, you said, right? Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we did the videos. We went to Crossroads Cookery for dinner. We went to Senior Pablo's for lunch. We did coffee for CTX in the morning. That's how we started our day, was at CTX. We walked the trek from the office all the way down to Isabella's and up and back around CTX.
Yeah.
Janet
Wait.
and I received a gift card for CTX. And they were they were right as the transition was happening from this women's group in Sapulpa. And they were on the sleeve of a coffee, and they were just signed by Sarah. So that we got to
She gave
spin those
you-
for the first time yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but she did put them on a card, and I was like, well, I was kind of hoping you were going to do the math on the back each time of that sleeve. But she traded them in now that they've got their systems and everything going.
Mm.
But that's how we started the day. Janet got a drip coffee, I got a Mountain Dew, and we just went from there. And then we went and helped Cindy with the balloon arch for the construction crawl.
Okay.
Had more meetings. Janet and I have kind of been a Grand Central Station lately. If you Google any phone number that is a business that is a member of the chamber usually comes up first on Google. So
That's nice. That's some good SEO.
it is nice, but like a lot of people think that we are that company.
Oh, so they're calling you expecting to reach that business?
Yes, and so we have to play middleman a lot, and sometimes people are upset with that company or they're really happy with that company, so we try to calm them down or give them directions or so. And the more members we get, the busier that phone gets. So last year we gained 100 members, which is 25% a growth, which is crazy. That's
awesome.
25% of our thing, 30% something like that, anyways. But so as that grows, just all day, and with the construction,
Yeah,
it's all
I'm guessing
day.
you're getting a lot of not so happy calls.
It's actually about 50-50.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually usually surprised by it. Sometimes people are just calling us to ask how to get somewhere or where they can park or if we can run them something. And we're like, yeah, if you bought lipstick at Merle Norman, but you're 80 years old, we will take it to the curb, to your car. Like, you don't have to get out and go through that construction. Obviously, some things people want to get out and look for.
Yeah.
Like
I think
at
some of
Vintage
them kind of
Market.
like coming out and watching the work and everything.
Oh, Janet loves watching
I know,
the work.
yeah.
She
Sits
sits
in
in
the
front.
office, yeah.
Yes, and it's crazy, those big excavators. You think that they're going to come in and like chop down the trees like once. But they don't. They just grab it, plop it up, and then they just turn and they're like, whoop, 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 and they put it in the truck. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my gosh, they just picked up a million-year-old tree
Yeah.
with ease. I just want to see these guys with a claw machine, because they're like stuffed animal, stuffed animal. Like it's crazy. That arm just swings around, and we think it's gonna hit 1,000 things, but it doesn't.
They're very good at what they
They're
do.
so good.
Yeah.
I just
And-
want to get in the bucket and be like, take me for a ride.
You would, and you would probably put it on TikTok, and then you get a talking to from the city, I'm sure, right?
No comment.
Well, you're not wrong about that, though, because I'll sit on the bench outside of Vintage Market. This is when they were tearing up the shield. I wanted to be there for that.
Yeah, it was
And yeah, I mean, you're 4 feet away from this thing on the other side of the
I know.
fence. And it's kind of cool because I don't know of any other time I will get to be that close to the action
I don't either.
and get to watch it.
No, and the construction guys are so nice.
They
Toby is the general manager, I think, is what it's called, of the project for Timberwolf.
Timberwolf, yeah.
And so I bother him every day. Now he knows my name. He's like, hey, Jordan. And I'm like, don't talk to me unless we're doing carpool karaoke. I'm going to get them to make videos with me. I got one of them so far.
Oh, you did?
Like, I danced, and he just worked in the background. But he knew we were doing it. And I was hoping he was going to jump in and do the dance, but he didn't.
He did not. Okay.
But one of them one day. But Toby has, he's called Michael Jones, and he's like, hey, I found this really cool thing. Do you want it for Gasoline Alley? Or he's called me and Janet the Chamber. He's like, I found this piece of brick from 1922.
Oh,
Do you
that's
guys
cool.
want it? And I'm like, yeah, I love this piece, Toby, but if you could find me a whole brick, that'd be good. Father's Day present from my dad. It's cool.
That's great that he's actually taking that into consideration. 'Cause
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of guys, they'd just be like, hey, we're just here to demo. We're going to demo.
No, they've taken preservation steps if they find something.
That's awesome.
We told them during construction a couple of years ago, there was a bowling alley possibly underground.
We heard about that, yeah. Did they find any proof of that?
They did find a hole yesterday, and it was exactly where I told him. And so he's like, maybe she's smarter than we all think. And I was like, no, I just remember stuff other people have told me.
Right.
And so if you see that caution tape over by the chamber, that's something unknown.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not allowed to pass the fence, or we would already know what it was. But I think the construction crew has to like talk to the city and then they'll investigate. But it's some type of manhole. So, I mean, it could be into a tunnel. It could just be a hole.
Well, there's always been these rumors that have persisted about tunnels underneath downtown Sapulpa.
Oh, I believe 100% there's tunnels under Sapulpa.
I mean,
there has to be.
Yeah, but are we talking tunnels that were moving oilmen around like in Tulsa, or are we talking like, a sewer drain?
No, I think so. If I have my history correct, and I am in Leadership Creek County right now, and I did learn at the historical society, there were shelters around town in certain places. So if you look around Gary Box, there is a hazard.
Yeah, there's one on the old Sapulpa City Hall building.
Yes, and there's one at the post office.
Yep.
So they're saying that under each one of those is an entertainment category. So if we ever did have to retreat to shelter, you wouldn't be bored because there's a cement bowling alley, there's a cement movie theater, there's a cement this. So I don't know exactly, but I do know when my dad remodeled Gary Box, they got to kind of sneak into that bowling alley and then they had to brick it back up. But it's not like an electrical, it's like a manual. It's just like a couple lanes of cement. So it's not.
And this place exists, but now it's bricked up. And
yeah, I think it would be dangerous because I don't know, my dad didn't get to go play or anything. They were like, oh, no, brick it back up. So I'm pretty sure it's under Gary Box. And I'm trying to get the construction guys to dig a little bit further because of Isabella's has windows in her basement.
Yeah, you can see those actually.
And so I want them to show me from the outside.
That would be cool. I mean, you can see it from the inside. There's a staircase that goes down there.
Yeah.
It's concrete. And
but why would there have ever been windows in a basement?
Well, it didn't used to always be a basement. I guess it was, but it had outside access and stuff. So
I don't know. If you look at the old pictures, our street, because of it's 100 years old, the infrastructure has never been done. We just have layered, throughout the years. So I get that the street is actually like 1.5 feet bigger than what it was.
Do you think that's true?
Well, that's what the pictures show.
Okay.
Like the curbs. And I think they found one of the old stoplights, and they're only like 2 foot tall.
Cool.
And you'll have to ask Jonathan Dupay about the light, because I think it was him and Toby that discussed that, and I just overheard. But they were like, it's shorter than you are, Jordan. So I was like, I want to see. But when you look at the old pictures at the Historical Society, the stop signs are really short, and the curbs are like 8 inches tall. So the curbs out-curb our new curbs. So right now they're at original level, and then they're going to go deeper for sewer and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've actually started that down that side.
Yeah, but if you look, that is actually where the original street is where they're at right now. That gravel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the gravel is where actual street started back when it was original. And then we kind of layered, put asphalt, concrete,
and brick and everything else.
Brick, whatever they've done in these years, because they've never actually went down to that infrastructure, which is what they're actually doing today.
That's what they're doing now. And it's like you said, it's cool to see what they're pulling up, because you can stand over by the chamber and look over at the Berry Hill building. You can see where the brick was underneath that. And I don't know, I'm kind of, I really love what we've done with our alleys and stuff. I really kind of wish that we'd bring the book stuff back. I guess they're going to do concrete, stamped concrete. I think that's going to be reminiscent of our pavers or something for the new redesign.
I don't remember because I know we've seen so many rendering, but SHPO took over.
Yeah.
So we had our amazing architects, design, and engineers, and then SHPO was like, we're not doing that.
That's the State Historic Preservation Office, which Sapulpa has the wonderful privilege of being located smack in the middle of historic Route 66, which is a great thing, but it also means that we have to follow these regulations.
Yes.
So, so speaking of history, though, just a short side trip here. Did you see the new sign that the museum put up?
No, but I know several of them got new signs.
I didn't notice that. Who else has gotten new signs?
I think it's Gasoline Alley.
Okay.
Maybe Main Street and Taiyaki.
Cool. Okay. I did not know that.
I think they all got them from the same place. It was like a certain program.
I didn't know this. Dang.
Well, there was a whole other city that did it, and they all got them. Did you see it on the news?
Nope.
It was like 36 of these.
We're finding this out at the same time, y'all. So.
Well, don't quote me. Use the Google people. Use the Google.
Yeah, 'cause that's trustworthy. But there's a brand new, beautiful sign and it sticks out attached to the building on the Sapulpa Historical Society, and it lights up at night and everything. It looks gorgeous.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go see.
Yeah,
I know Cindy was talking about them yesterday, and she asked me if somebody was installing theirs on Dewey, and so I think that's why I'm thinking Little Taiyaki.
Okay.
But they received one too, and they're the outward ones, like you're talking about.
Yeah, the ones that stick out so you can see them coming down the street.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Everybody's kind of updating. We got lots of cool new stuff coming. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but like keep your eye out on Dewey and Hobson. There is some business licenses being pulled.
Yes, I know about some of that.
Yeah.
Probably not all of it, but
I probably don't know all of it either.
Well,
People don't tell me stuff because of we go live.
we go live and talk about it.
And then I forget. I get excited and I'm like, hey, we're getting a golf place.
Just gonna leave that there, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about the kind of what all of this was supposed to be leading to before we talked about comic books and all this other stuff, history and roads and out curbing the curbs. The construction crawl. That is so. This is kind of, I think, our first official construction event meant to support the downtown businesses. So, give them a brief talk about what that's going to be, and people who want to come attend that, what do they need to do?
Yeah, definitely. So Galentine's Day was kind of like a pre for this. It's Sapulpa Main Street. They do these events all the time. She's who does the Route 66 blowout, Cinco de Mayo, all these great events, farmers market. So tonight from 5 to 9 is the first construction crawl. It's kind of mirrored just like Galentine's Day, where there's t-shirt contests. I guess I also won biggest team last time. There's t-shirt contests, most enthusiastic. She's doing this really cool thing where you get to collect stuff. So, like tonight, you will be receiving a hard hat for the construction crawl to keep us all safe during the process. And then maybe next time you'll get a vest. And then maybe next time you'll get safety glasses. So you're going to have this collection throughout all these construction crawls. So this is the first of many. Tonight, it's 5 to 9. You can show up at Sapulpa Main Street. It's $10 for a kit, a construction kit. And we did make a beautiful balloon arch yesterday, and I know she's just adding to it and adding a barricade, and
cool.
It's going to be a huge, big, beautiful picture opportunity to say, like, we're here working for you, and it's going to be a great time. So in that kit, you'll get some stickers, coupons. I know that the cookery did with every meal, you get a free drink, and it could be a mocktail, you know, anything besides the alcohol, for free with your meal. So that's a good discount. Mm-hmm. And then Whimsical Willow's doing buy one, get one half off of the entire store.
Okay.
You get a coupon for Gasoline Alley for 10% off of one item. There's Birch Designs flyers in there. Isabella's donated some gift cards, and I mean, for baskets, for if you have the biggest team, best shirts, most enthusiastic, all kinds of stuff to win. You're not going to beat me, but
yeah, she played to win, y'all.
I do play to win. The chamber has pink vests and pink hard hats, and then we'll wear our Chamber Mafia shirts underneath, and they're hot pink. I have my hot pink dunks on, and then they say Sapulpa Chamber Shopping Crew. So the chamber has definitely shopped, and so has Main Street. We have tried to, make sure these women all know that we're supporting them, but they need more than us 4 ladies. They need like 500 ladies. So everybody says the construction is, and their husbands, yeah. Everybody's on Facebook is saying like the construction's going to ruin the stores. It won't ruin the stores if you support them.
That's right.
Like
it's in your balls in your court, guys.
Yeah, and there is no way not to get down here. There's no excuse not to shop down here. I mean, the chamber will do it for you. We did the Valentine's baskets. Mm-hmm. We sold those for, it was like anywhere from $50 to $500. The $500 came with like Airbnb from members and all kinds of stuff. We sold like 10 to 12 of those, which was great. But I mean, send your husbands down there for Mother's Day and tell them, hey, Whimsical Willow will make you this basket. Just give them a limit, and those girls will go to town making a basket. And so will Merle Norman and Opal Market and Isabella's. They're all trying to work together too. So not just the construction crawl, like just come down here in general. If you guys let Il Gusto leave and you don't support them enough to where they have to leave, I'm going to throw hands. Not on the clock, but we're gonna fight.
But come meet her in the parking lot
Come
after
catch
work.
me outside at Herald
Because,
Square.
by golly, yeah, we're going to have ourselves a rumble.
Yes, those boys. I love those boys.
Yeah, well, it's great that, I mean, it's such good Italian food. And, I mean, anybody who's lived in Sapulpa for a long time knows how badly we wanted an Italian restaurant for so long.
And they know that location isn't the best.
Right.
Like,
But they were
it has like a
willing to
little
go for it.
reputation.
Yeah.
But it's been remodeled. It's, you know, they've taken good care of that building. Those boys are in there. They're actually Italian boys. One of them's from London.
And they're
Which is great.
giving back with the Manford fires and stuff.
Yes.
They were supporting.
They
folks
give
that were
back
dealing with
in,
that.
just to town. Like when we were working the Christmas shoot, he'd come out there and be like, "You need a Dr. Pepper?" And everybody else would need water, and he's like, "Jordan needs a Dr. Pepper," you know. And I'm like, "That's what I love. If they see you enough, they cater to you."
Yep.
It's like just like I said earlier, everybody in town kind of knows my plate, and they know what I want. If you continue to go to these places, they'll make you what you want. Texas Roadhouse isn't going to do that for you. Like, David Mortazavi is going to do that for you. You know,
Well,
like,
I mean, thankfully your plate is like, you know,
A child.
stale bread with butter on it or something. I don't
oh, bread and butter.
it's-
Bring me back to El Gusto.
Okay,
That's
all
what
right,
actually
we got to move on. So come down to the construction crawl tonight.
Yes.
It starts at 5, right?
Yes.
And you just go down to Sapulpa Main Street. That's at 108 East Dewey, and go buy your kit there, and then get your picture and go to town.
Yeah,
Have fun.
literally go to town. And I think James Calley's doing stuff tonight. So you've got the brewery, you've got CTX. Everybody will be open down here.
We're not letting this construction close us down, by golly.
No.
I have 2 posters for some reason, but they're the same thing. So I've been talking to you guys, and we had our monthly theater board meeting yesterday, and we are about halfway sold out for this
that's
entire
great.
show already. So if you guys have not gotten a ticket for In the Spirit of Murder, and again, this looks like a scary movie or a scary show, it is not, I promise. You got to be somewhere.
No, I just was like, wow, we did start late.
We started at like 9:15, so we're running about on time.
They're always long when I'm on here. Sorry.
It'll be fine.
It's entertaining,
But,
though, right?
Well, I'm going to have these guys from this show on the show next week, so you guys will get to find out more about that. But I'm telling you, go get your tickets now because they're starting to sell pretty close to getting sold out on that first weekend for sure. And then this always happens, and I always have to tell you, and I'll tell you again, after that first week of shows, the second week sells out like within 24 hours almost.
I know, I need to
sometimes.
get mine. I feel like they've all been kind of murdery lately.
Yeah.
Was the last one murdery?
The last one that we did was the Christmas show, which
Okay.
was called something Christmassy. I'm so far deep. I'm deep in 2025. I can't remember any of the 2024 shows
It's okay.
now. But
We've just been looking at the flyers because Janet's going to get tickets and so am I. We're going to do it.
Good.
But I was like, wow. When we did our live together over there, I was like, man, these are kind of murdery, which I love.
There are a lot of,
All
it's
about.
funny because a lot of them are by this one writer that we've hooked up with who is fantastic. And then, so yeah, there are a lot of like murder mystery, whodunit kind of stories, but there's always a comedy aspect to it. And so this is a comedy. This is not a scary movie or a scary show. Not a scary
comedy.
We're family friendly, guys. We're very proud of that. We've been doing that for 35 years now. And, so don't be afraid to bring your kids down. It's
Yeah,
going to be a great
definitely
time.
check out that building too. I didn't know, I hadn't been in such a long time, like probably 25 years until we did our live, and it's much bigger than I remember.
It's bigger
and
than
it's
it looks from the
actually a
outside.
stage. Like there's actually a huge stage,
Yeah.
and the chairs go like up, you know, like a theater, so everybody can see. Like every seat's a good seat because you can see. And lots of people
Yes, it
in it,
is.
and you get to see your local people acting. I kind of want to do it, like be an actor.
Yeah,
I just
or
don't
come
have
and
the
audition
time.
if you want to.
I don't audition.
Well, we're not just going to give you a part, Jordan. You still have to audition, by
I'm just
golly.
kidding.
Yeah. Like, you might get your Dr. Pepper when you go to El Gusto. That doesn't land you the starring role in Sapulpa
I don't want to be a
Theater,
star.
guys.
I want to be like a tree.
We don't... I don't think they give roles to, like, inanimate props either. It's just...
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, but who wants to stand on a stage and be an immobile tree for 3
Me,
hours?
you don't have to speak. Sometimes I get tired of talking. I know it's hard to believe,
Yeah.
but if I could just be a
I would
tree,
speak. They'd be like, you need to make like a tree and leave.
That was his joke of the day.
Anyway, so be sure to get your tickets for that. Starting to sell out quick. You can get them at sapulpatheater.org. Tickets are $15 for adults and only $5 for students pre-K through 18. So
Cheap.
yeah, and I think that's everything, guys. We want to make sure we told you about the construction call. I really hope we're going to see a lot of you guys out there, and you guys get ready because this is just the start, just the beginning.
Oh yeah. I mean, last night there was those movies. There's just a ball rolling from here.
Yep.
Follow Sapulpa Parks. Follow Sapulpa Main Street. Follow Sapulpa Times. He posts all the time what there is to do in town. Follow the Sapulpa Chamber.
Yep.
City of Sapulpa. I mean, I swear there's something every weekend. The Speakeasy's doing live music almost every Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
Follow their schedule. They're even going to do a Battle of the Bands this summer.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, my son's going to be in the Battle of the Bands.
TP Grand Opening is next weekend.
Yeah,
well,
March
the
28th.
70th.
Do you know what movie it is?
Yeah, it's the opening show on Friday is the Muppet movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that came out in 1979. They're doing a 70s theme because it's the 75th anniversary of the TP. And then that Saturday is Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta.
Ooh, okay, I'll do Saturday.
Okay.
I live across the street, so I just ride my four-wheeler to the end of the property. Until the trees grow, I'm good. Till they bloom.
So Jordan just outed herself on like she illegally watches the movies
Sarah.
and stuff. Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
when they did, so there's like the woods in between, us, me and the TV. And when they did Hocus Pocus last year, me and my husband we actually had a little bonfire going in our backyard, and all I could hear is "Come, little children," coming out of our woods. And I was
I bet that's not creepy at all.
It wasn't. Oh, but it's real cool when they did Super Mario, because it was like, peaches! Like, I could hear it. And I'll text Sarah, and I'm like, you want to turn that down? Like, she's like, absolutely not. I'm like, all right, my kids are having a party in the backyard with peaches.
Okay, well, that just lets me know that I need to stay out of your backyard during the movie season over at the TP because you never know what you're going to
you never know what you're going to get.
But anyway, we'll talk more about that next week. We're going to have the guys from the theater show on the show next week to talk about the show that's coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you guys again on Monday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love.
I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, and I'll see you tonight. And if not then, we'll see you on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye,
nice
guys.
life.